Staying in Limpopo, the province is reeling from the devastating impact of persistent heavy rains that have left a trail of destruction across the province. Lives have been lost, families displaced, and entire communities cut off from basic services. Floodwaters have swept away roads and bridges, disrupting daily life and economic activity. According to provincial reports, 9 people have died, including a 5-year-old child. Hundreds of residents have been left homeless as infrastructure continues to collapse. At least 439 roads have been damaged, making travel dangerous and, in some instances, impossible. Schools, health facilities, and water and electricity infrastructure have not been spared. These floods have exposed the vulnerability of many rural and low-lying communities. As the rains continue, residents are growing anxious about safety, recovery, and support. All right, let's go to MEC Basikopo Makamu, who is the Limpopo Cooperative Governance, Human Settlements, and Traditional Affairs MEC. MEC, good afternoon. Thank you for joining us this afternoon. So we were outlining the impact on lives, impact on livelihoods, infrastructure, homes of people across a number of provinces and a number of areas in the province. And my sense is that the area of Giani, Mungongoma village and Mbaula village seem to me to be the epicenter, but with other areas equally affected. Just talk to me about the impact of this flooding where we stand on this Saturday afternoon.
Thanks very much, Thulasizwe and viewers there. Let me indicate that the challenges or the impact we are seeing on the ground is very much huge. It's unexplained in terms of the work we are doing. But let me indicate that we are on the ground. You mentioned the areas of Maula, mentioned the area of Mngongoma, the areas of Maswangani, but also in Toyando, Wembe area, it's also devastating. Hence, we're talking about a hospital in Malamulele. It's only even affect even electrical connections. I'm in a village as we speak in Giani. That's where I come from. There is no electricity. ESCOM is still busy trying to figure out how they can reconnect the people of the village of Nkuri because they don't have electricity as we speak. But the reality is that life is being lost, like you indicated, that we're standing as we count from the 1st of December to now about 11. But just recently, because we are still seeing a number of challenges. You might have seen today, Thulasizwe, that almost level 9 now around the areas of Giani, Palabura, Collins, Chabani will still be on level 9 alert. That shows you that the rain are still coming, but also the ground has already saturated with water. So little rain just make rivers to overflow. We just got information from our team on the ground that a child has also been swept away around Toando. That will mean our numbers will be increasing. Definitely, we are worried about the infrastructure, but more worried about the life that we are losing because in some instances, communities are not necessarily taking the precautions as we are trying to guide the people of the province.
Yeah, say a bit more about the number of people who have lost their lives, because you are absolutely right there, MEC. That is the focal point and the starting point. Infrastructure you can repair, no matter how much it costs you. Homes you can restore, no matter how much it costs you. A life you cannot restore.
Well, like I said, when the Premier was briefing the media yesterday, she spoke about 9. We got an additional 2 later yesterday, one in Toyando, one in Skukune. Just recently, we got another one as I'm presenting or talking here, another one. So we'll be going somewhere around 12 life lost, and which is a serious worry on our side as government. Like you said, that we were trying to collate the information in terms of the infrastructure damage, but life will never recover. We have got only one life to live, and once you lose it, it's gone. Definitely, we are worried about that communities are not taking the precautions as we try to guide them. Every time we get the alert, we continue to guide our communities, but also to say, as and when it starts to rain, people must be in-house, but also people should live towards the high-level areas when those are staying in low-lying areas or flooding zones so that we don't expect to increase their life being lost.
Yeah. And what's the extent of the damage? We're talking here, the figure I mentioned was 439 roads, but I imagine that it's different types of roads in terms of the nature of the road, the tarring of the road or gravel roads, the bridges, the type and quality of the bridge. What's the overall picture between social infrastructure such as schools and clinics and the likes, as well as economic infrastructure, your roads, electricity and others?
Let me indicate that this rain has not saved us from those type of roads infrastructure. You may talk about a third road which was seen to be a quality road. If you take the road that leaves Giani to Palabura, almost all the bridges which are in between Palabura and Giani are being swept away. If you look at some roads in Wembe are being swept away. We also have got schools which are also damaged, almost 35 of those. That is the report we have. But at the same time, even some health facilities are also affected by the storm damage which we are having here. But even electricity, like I was giving you, electricity infrastructure are affected. Water infrastructure in the form of treatment plants are also affected. They are flooding, and that is how we are in some areas like Musina, as I speak to you. Our teams are trying to look there because the community does not have water. It indicates from the investigation of the report we have that some of the water treatment plants, which were supposed to be supplying the town of Musina, is not having water as we speak. Wow,
that is something else, MEC, isn't it? When you now talk about the infrastructure that doesn't readily come to mind to the ordinary person, but that is just as important. Your treatment plants, your water treatment plants, that really points to the scale of the damage. So as a parting shot then, MEC, what's your sense of the numbers involved in terms of the quantum, the figure, how much it will take to restore all of this damaged infrastructure? But importantly, will you require a declaration of a provincial disaster? You've had the president there. The premier is also out and about today. What's the conversation? Have you been able to take it any further about the possibility of getting a disaster declaration, given the picture that you just painted?
It's something that I may not necessarily be accurate, but I can tell you from the preliminary report we had, it was over 2 billion that we were speaking about. If you talk about roads, only I spoke to the MEC responsible for roads in the province. His team is on the ground. I'm also responsible for human settlement. My team, together with the team of the minister, are on the ground. Where we need that, not just to replace a permanent, we were already talking about 100 million of temporary residential units that we may require just to temporary house people who are displaced completely. So I can say the money or the finances that may be required is too much. But as for the declaration of a provincial disaster, tonight we'll be having a meeting with the minister, with other ministers and premier MECs and other provinces affected, just to present our state. But I already know that declaring the province of Limpopo a disaster area or provincial disaster area is not an option in the way we find ourselves in. I hope both the minister and the president will agree with us, because definitely alone as a province we may not, but also with the resources that we have, without necessarily accelerating and getting additional fund, we may not restore the situation as it is now.
All right. Thank you for sharing those insights. Important information as we respond to the situation happening in 2 provinces, but with national impact and importance. That is the Limpopo Cooperative Governance and Traditional Affairs MEC Basikopo Makamu.